Yo, what's good? It's on Fire here, back with a video, and today we're going to be hopping into our first defensive video of Madden 24. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. We're trying to hit 25K in this Madden season, so hit that subscribe button, drop a like as well. Let me know what else you want to see. Got a lot of videos dropping. Today's going to be our first blitz and defensive video. Linebacker blitz 0 out of the nickel 3-3 formation. This is going to come to you out of the 4-6 playbook. And what we're going to do is be creating some man coverage pressure. Man coverage is one of the better things you can do in the beginning of Maddens, just because of the fact that zones are difficult and the receivers suck and they struggle to beat man coverage and beat the press, things of that nature. So take advantage of that and run this blitz. So your user is going to be this big dog in the middle. Use Mosley, use whoever you'd like. You can throw safeties on these players, so get some speed here. These are the main guys that are going to be getting through on the blitz. You're going to come linebacker blitz 0. You don't need to make any coaching adjustments. We are going to be running this against a gun bunch. I will show it against other looks. So you have a fairly easy setup. The first thing you can do is press your defensive backs. If you're blitzing, you want to be pressed. You don't want them to be able to throw the ball quickly on a little slant route or a drag route or an out route. That's going to be your first adjustment. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to spread those linebackers and we are going to contain. That is going to be simple. The next step is going to be to move these guys into containment as far as possible. So right when they get into containment, that's when you let go. And the last adjustment is to slant outside. So we're going a little bit fast, but we'll slow things down. I just want you guys to see that it's going to work. As far as hovering, it's probably the most important step is this hover. So you want to start out here on the right. That's what I've noticed. Start out over here on the right. When the ball is snapped, kind of move over to the left. So move over, boom, to looping, and Quinnen Williams sheds. Now you'll see Quinnen Williams shed on every play. He's really good in this game, but it's not going to happen for you and Mutt unless you have him, I guess. Take a look at this, boom. On the left side, you see actually two different things happening left to right. On the left side, you see that the safety is the one that gets through. That is perfectly fine. And over here on the right side, the one that gets through is the defensive lineman. So just get speed all the way over. Throw Micah Parsons at the end over here. Throw some other speed over there like a JOK. He is really good for this scheme. And then again, Quinnen Williams just bullies that center. But two people free. Not much open. Now these guys got kind of bumped. So maybe we switch them off or do something like that. But for the most part, everyone is going to be bagged. And he doesn't have time to really make a read anyway. So we will slow down that setup now that we've kind of seen it work. Now, it won't work that good every single time in my experience. And again, in game, things happen to where these work in practice mode. Sometimes they won't work in game. It should work occasionally, but again, it won't work every single rep. I do want to preface that because some people will get in game, run it twice, it won't work, and they'll be like, oh, this blitz sucks, don't run this. It's like, dude, you got to give it a chance. Formation to formation, things happen. So setup once again, spread your linebackers, contain, which is just double tapping RB if you are new, and then you're just going to move these guys right into containment. It is a fairly easy setup. The last thing you have to do is slant outside. Do not mix these steps up. So make sure you don't slant outside first. The blitz will not work if you do that. But if you slant outside last, then the blitz is going to work. You stand right about here with CJ Mosley, snap the ball, you hover over here, and you watch the magic happen. Same exact scenario we got there. So it's happened twice. It's worked twice. You love to see that. Now, as far as some of the other things you can do, I will show like a bluff blitz that we can run out of this. There are other plays that I'll probably drop out of the formation that I like, mainly this cover 4. But the nice thing about being in 3-3 is you can also audible the 3-3 cub. Let's say he's killing you in run defense or something like that. You can audible to a 3-3 cub. I'll probably drop a blitz or a defense. I have actually a coverage defense and a blitz out of this formation, the 3-3 cub, as well, that you'll probably see within the next week. But again, you're going to press your defensive backs, spread those linebackers, contain, and then you can slant outside, move these guys into containment, and stand right here with CJ, snap the ball, boom. Now this time it only works off the one side. Oh no, it only works on one side. It's fine. You don't really need two people to get free. Now if they do block people, that's where you can run into issues, but I will show that. So this time you only get the containment over there. On this right side, again, there's a lot of congestion over here. You have the tight end, so tight end's on like a streak, bumping, just a lot of other stuff can happen. He really does run the loop, but the guard makes a nice play here. With Lindstrom, he really kicks out real well. So that might be because he's a high overall. Lindstrom is a really good guard in this league, but it could be for a number of reasons. So again, move these dudes out. Make sure you slant outside blast. Let's go and block Cordero here, and I will show you kind of what happens when you do that. Block Cordero, we get the loop, but of course it is going to get picked up. Now, anytime the running back is picking up a blitz, what does it do? It's going to put pressure on the quarterback at least, because there's someone really in his grill. He is really forced to get the ball out quickly in a scenario like that, because you see, you get the loop, Cordero, he's right there. So what can the quarterback do? He's still forced to really get the ball out almost in the same exact time. He may not get sacked, but it's going to force a read. Now again, you see there can be problems with guys like that. I don't really exactly know what happened here. This guy might just be terrible. I don't know who that is, but he might just suck. But it's still going to be tough to throw that. By the time he gets open, which is right about here, you would have had to throw it. And you really have to throw it at that time. So if you get a perfect timing, it can work. But you can do some other things. You can press, shade outside to prevent that. But again, I'll show the blitz one more time, then we'll go into some bluff coverage you can do, or some coverage adjustments out of it that I am a fan of doing. Now, I'm actually going to do that first. We're going to run the same setup, of course. Now, the first adjustment that I like to do, especially out of bunch, and I will go back and show this against a different formation, the first thing I like to do against bunch is to flip these guys. I will flip Cordero, and I will flip this safety. Now, I don't like that he shifts, so you can move him back, so that's not a tell. But if you noticed when we were running a couple of those replays, the safety does not play the running back on like a swing route good at all, and he gets burnt if it's a wheel route. So this is a good preventative of that. Again, we still stand here, move over here, get Ashton Davis there. He kind of glitches, which you'll see happen in a disengaged looping style of blitz. Sometimes they will get nano detected, they'll stop. It happens, but I do think this is a little bit better coverage. I'm actually going to show it with a different route here. I'm going to go with some other things that you could see on the comp. So again, we're going to man up, make sure you press. We're going to man up the outside corner on the running back. We're going to man up the safety on that wide receiver. So he's going to go back to his original spot right here. So what would you see? Maybe, I don't know, like a streak or a slant and a wheel. Something like this could be a setup that you would see on the Mutt Streets. You run it, you get the looper. Now, the wheel route, he seems to fry regardless against man coverage. So if he's running wheel routes, I would probably actually stay away from this adjustment. But blitz still comes through, and you can maybe user that as well. I'm not really paying attention with my user. So let's switch formations here. Let's go to spread.
Drill 52.
And if he is running spread, nothing really should change, especially if you're base aligned. The setup should remain pretty simple. Move these guys down. It should actually help because you're clearing out a lot of the space that you've previously had to worry about. So you still get the looping from two players kind of the same way we got it on those first two reps. Nothing changes for anything. It makes it a whole lot easier. So bunch is, again, one of the better formations to stop this just because of all the congestion. Like if Kyle Pitts is on a streak, I'll kind of show you what it looks like. As far as like Ashton Davis over here, he kind of is in a tough position. So if he's on a streak, you see, and this is without me actually hovering, and the blitz still works. So the blitz can still work without hovering at all, which you love to see. I was not paying attention, but it still works, and it works effectively. So I was not even moving. We get it to come through. Again, Gross Matos would work. It's a really good kick from the guard to actually get that far out. You don't see that too often. Again, just get a good corner in the slot. It's very important to have a good slot corner. So get someone with speed and get someone with man coverage. But as far as that bluff blitz, what can you do? I'm probably sticking in man coverage. I'm not going to go to a zone, but I am going to do a couple of different things here. I'm going to initially just give myself a curl flat. We can go this linebacker. You still want to move these guys down. You want to go curl flat over here, or if you want a deeper curl flat, you could just man up Kyle Pitts with him because he's a safety. So this is a setup. Typically, I do like to still rush 4 people just because you don't want to give them all day. If you rush 3, I've seen a lot in this game. they will have a ton of time to throw the football. Now, if you have good D linemen, maybe you can go 3. But if he's blocking 6, you want to have at least 4. So if we run 4, no one's going to get through. He has contained, so he can't scramble. But you see, even with 4, he gets a lot of time for having a pretty bad offensive line. But yeah, that's just something you can do. And that's pretty much going to do it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel down below. Again, let me know what you want to see next. I have a couple more things. Sneak peek, it's going to be out of this 3-3 Cub. You see it a lot online. You see a lot of people running it. It's for good reason. So we'll drop some stuff out of that. Another blitz and a coverage video, and then I got some more offense. A lot of people were requesting Jets. I might try and do a whole Jets ebook, actually. But I have some other formations I like out of there as well. Go check out the Gun Bunch video yesterday if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel once again, and peace. I'm out of here.